Climate change. You hear this word being thrown around a lot, but what is climate change, and what does it mean? Why is this an issue? Well, it's an issue because all around the world, the climate is changing, and in some parts of the world, it is getting colder, but in other parts, it is also getting hotter. There are more extreme disasters, such as longer droughts, more floods, more wildfires, and more devastating hurricanes. Okay, so what is causing all of this climate change? Well, the main reason why is because of human activity. Through burning fossil fuels, human transportation, deforestation, and other human activities, the level of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases has reached an all-time high. Greenhouse gases also trap in heat from the sun, effectively making the Earth even warmer. By the time you are this far into the video, around 7,200 trees would have already been cut down. Climate change causes abnormal weather, and it not only affects us, but it affects animals and plants as well. And as a result, some plants and animals may go extinct due to climate change. In Canada, the increase in temperature is higher than the global average. This can damage ecosystems and can affect animal behavior and patterns. For example, the polar bear depends on the Arctic Ocean to freeze to hunt for seals, but because of climate change, the freezing can be delayed and may result in situations where a cub may die from the lack of food or exhaustion from swimming. Because of climate change, you are more likely to experience a heat wave, flooding, hurricane, or a drought. And because of this, the local inhabitants may find their way of life threatened. For example, if you're someone who has experienced a hurricane, you may find yourself without a home. And without proper home insurance, you may find yourself having to end up paying thousands of dollars in repairs. Many countries are starting to realize the effect of climate change, however, and they have taken action to reduce the effect of climate change. For example, the Kyoto Accord and the Paris Agreement. The goal of the Kyoto Accord is to reduce the carbon emission levels by 12.5% by 2012. It was signed by 55 countries. Another time countries have came together to tackle the issue of climate change is the Paris Agreement. 143 out of 197 countries have agreed to comply with the agreement. Their long-term goal is to halt the increase of the global average temperature to well below 2 degrees Celsius. Another goal of theirs is to limit the increase in global temperature to 1.5 degrees Celsius. The EU is taking steps to reduce the amount of emissions by at least 40% by 2030. The UK has even pushed for laws that would cut down the amount of carbon emission levels by 60% by 2050. Germany and Denmark are also leading examples with their green energy. One of the ways you can help is by using less energy. For example, you can turn off the light in a room you are not using. Not only can this help you save money, but doing so will help reduce the effect of climate change. Waste less food. In the United States, 10% of the energy goes through the process of making food, but 40% of that gets thrown in a landfill. Use green energy like solar power. Installing one may be expensive at first, but in the long run it will save you money and it will help reduce the effect of climate change.
Created using Powtoon.